Hi guys, welcome back to another P3D version 5 video. Today we are continuing the Boeing series, trying to start wrapping that one up. And we are flying the 757 from Captain Sim, or to be precise 757-200 with the Pratt & Whitney engines. And we are donning a Condor livery, and we are at Munich, flying to Innsbruck. Not sure they did this flight in reality, but I know TUI flew some 757-200 to Innsbruck, and I think that's the largest plane that can land there. And in terms of payware add-ons, scenery add-ons, we do have the Simwings Munich airport, and then we have the Orbex Innsbruck airport, as well as the RWS photoreal for Austria, and then Orbex South Germany. So there should be some nice views. If we jump back to the 757, not much to say. This is one of Captain Sim's better models and better planes generally. This one and 767. The VNav might be an issue, but let's see. We can either have a bad experience like the 767 or a good one like the 737. So it's a bit of a hit and miss. If that one works, then this is a pretty good plane, to be honest. But yeah, as you can see, the external look good, as they usually do with Captain Sim. And yeah, we have some nice views with this Condor airplane. I don't think you have you have some of the cabin on the outside, but I think it's mainly included on from the inside actually. So a bit like the 737 versions. So if you then jump into the cockpit, you can see pretty nice texture. I don't have any packages or freeware packages to upgrade them like I did with 767, but it does look kind of clean and nice, not too dirty like some of the other aircrafts. I've also managed to fix because I was looking at some of my old videos, I noticed I didn't have the cockpit sounds working because my DLL file wasn't properly set up, so that should be working now. And you can see here we also do have some of the interiors, and these are really nice. Yeah, this is what you wanna see basically if you're gonna have an interior. So shout out to Captain Sim in this regard. You can even open the lavatories. So that's yeah, these look just as nasty as I remember aircraft toilets looking. So yeah, that's about it in terms of what you need to know from the get-go. I've also already populated a sim brief flight plan. I'm gonna bring it up on my other screen. Let's hope this flight goes well with the VNav. Just because it will be quite problematic if it doesn't work as intended. Let's put on the external power or give or call on that. As you can see, most of the systems are basically the same as the 767, so there isn't a big difference. This one does also have rain effects and those things, and some of the exterior model is modeled in the interior, so that's nice. Not sure about the wings though. Oh, look at that. They are modeled from the interior, so that's nice actually. I think that's a difference from the 767, right? Or was it the 737 that didn't have those from the cabin? But yeah, overall good plane. Let's remove these because they look a bit messy. I wish there was an EFB, but hey, we can live without one. It's not the end of the world. Let's operate the jetway. As you can see, we're here next to an Emirates 777. And you can really see the size difference, right? Huge plane compared to our little small cigarette. I don't think I have a GSX profile specifically for this one, apart from the one that comes with it, but it looks quite nicely set up. Let's see here, the jetway is connecting with not the front door, but the one a bit back, which I guess makes sense, because then you can have people going both to the front and back. Talking about that, let's maybe start the Pack X loading. So we get a good start on this. 537, altitude 70,000. It's a short flight, right? But I just thought it could be fun to do this one. just to see how it goes. Basically, we're supposed to have quite a bit of passengers, I think. Let's see, 200. But I'm just to speed things up. I'll just put 90. We do have aircraft in flight, no Wi-Fi, I would guess. Does Condor have any? No, I don't have any boarding music for Condor. So let's maybe borrow from someone else. We can borrow, I guess, from Norwegian. That's quite a nice one. And then the safety, I think I should have Condor, and I do. So that's nice. And then let's do GSX as well and request our boarding. We'll do 100 passengers through that one. Remember to operate. Yeah, we should remember that. Then shift 3 to open the cargo doors, and I think this one looks quite nice actually, quite easy to see. So no complaints with this setup. You can also open the doors, so that's nice. I don't think PMDG can do that with their 737, so 1+ for Captain Sim in that department. Though you can see the GSX profile connected to this plane isn't that good, this is quite a bit too high. But look at these engines, they do look quite huge on this little cigarette. And let me decrease the sound a bit. Notice it's quite loud. What should we do? We can do the TARA just so I don't forget that. We can also try the engine fire. That looks good, or sounds good. In terms of other systems, let's just put everything to on. Emergency lights, window heats, we can do the fuels. The packs we can have off, but then these ones, isolation valve, APU, we should have on. We need to put in our payloads, position and white. Yeah, that should be good. Anti-collision light. You can see the lights are now on, so that's cool. We should also align. Then nav. Then we can put on the yaw dampeners. I think that should be it for now with the upper panel. Then what we can do while we wait is go to menu, options. And you do have some options here, right? Selections. I'm gonna keep it as is now. But then fuel and payload, which I like that they have this. So 0 fuel weight, 179. And fuel should be only, let's do 50 and let's do a bit more than. Than what we're being given by SimBrief, just to be on the safe side, since it is, since I am not really sure about its fuel burn. Anything else? No, I think that should be good. Let's see, do we have people boarding visually? I hope so. You can see we do have the baggage being put into the aircraft. You can see it pretty nice with Munich that there is some of the insides. Now it was a long time since I was at this airport, but it does seem quite reasonable. I just remember I had to walk underground for a very long time. That was not so fun experience. I think I had to catch a transit flight, so that's why. Good times. Okay, let's get let's maybe do the flight directors just so we have those. I'm gonna put this 220 because I usually have it at that. You can go back to menu, FMC. Don't think this is a car, so it's kind of the same fidelity as the 767, which is still pretty good. I would say it's not. It's kind of like flight factor level actually. So I'm not sure if that's a good thing or bad thing. I guess that's how what you consider is a good thing with flight factor, right? Okay, let's see GPS. We can put the IRS, so we get that. Then we can put in the route, EDDM to LOWI. Our alternate is LOWI. So let's put that in. And LOWI is that Linz? Interesting. Oh wait, maybe you don't put a alternate. Yeah, you can put like as an extra at a later point, but let's not do that now. Let's also, I'm gonna do separate. I'm just gonna import the Simbrief flight plan to pilot to ADC. We're taking off from runway 26 right. So it's not too far away from where we're located, so that's nice at least. Just double checking. Okay, so 26 right is the runway. Flight number 537. Let's see. Then we can do the SID turbine turb 7N. We can go to route. We're flying Y107 to RTT. And then we are flying the approach to RNAV. And let's now bring forward pilot ADC so we can just double check these things. So here it was the turb. And now we should have the RT 1B. That should only be one transition. Let's have a look. And then the approach, which is the important one. We can either do Y or Z. Let's do Z. And let's do LMM like that. So we don't have to be vectored. That looks good. Gonna move this away now. And then I'm gonna do the same here. So we are doing the R11 or RTT1B, and then we are doing the Z1 with the LMM trans. And these should be connected.
Once all your items are put away, please clear the aisle and sit down in your seat to allow other passengers to find their seats as well. If you are seated in an emergency exit row,
I think at least with this community, and let's see, yeah, this is looking correct. So that's nice to see. Init refs.
If you are not able or prefer not to perform these actions, please let a flight attendant know.
We can do the 0 fuel weight first. Now we get the gross weight. In terms of reserves, 3 tons of, or 3,000 pounds. Cruise altitude was only 17,000, so very low. Cost index 104. Cruise CG, I think you can see it from the payload. 22.2. Then takeoff. We can do flaps 5 takeoff. I don't think we have the thrust selector, but we can just do like a really low number. So a bit of a derated one. 22, get the trim. In terms of wind speeds, let's change our radio to the 80s from active sky.
Echo, Delta, Delta, Mike, airport information, Echo, 2150, Zulu, weather, wind, 195 at 7, visibility, 10,000, sky clear, temperature, 11, dew point, 8, QNH, 1011, advise on initial contact, you have information.
Oh, now I missed to do the altimeter though. Let's just take it directly here, 1001011. Okay. We put it in here, 1011, so a bit of a lower pressure, but nothing too bad. You can see we do have some clouds surrounding us. Hopefully no storms though. But let's see. One thing you can also know is we don't have winglets, that is an option, but this one does not have it. And I kind of like that with some of these older ones. Sometimes it's nice without the winglets actually, even though they do look a bit sportier, but yeah, not the end of the world. Okay, and then pack X, let's connect to the sim, and maybe we should change the config that I should have done. We can do Condor, let's save, there we go. We'll file our flight plan. I've finally turned off the 80s from Prepar3d, so I can use the one from Active Sky. Let's change the clearance and ask for IFR, or copy the IFR clearance. Condor 4003, ready to copy IFR clearance. There we go. And one other thing that I've fixed, I've actually upgraded to 64 gigabytes of RAM. You know, I heeded the call from Microsoft Flight Sim 24 to upgrade from 24, or to upgrade from 32 to 64. But, or no, I didn't do it because of that. I just thought that it would be good to do it to make sure I get the compatible set once they're still on sale.
Condor 4003 is cleared to Lima Oscar.
Even though I don't think there's a huge risk of that, but you want to get the ones that are produced at the kind of same time.
Transition, then is filed. Climb to flight level 090
090, and
expect
squawk.
higher clearances
What
5
should we
minutes
squawk?
after departure. Radar director on 132.3. Squawk 6422.
6422, yeah. So we have that set. And let's have a look on the outside. We should go to the left, I think.
Ground on 121.82 Condor 4003.
Let's prepare for pushback and departure. We can also start the APU, I would say. I think you can see it here on status. You should be able to see the APU EGT. Let's remove these ones as well. We're not doing an approach to John F. Kennedy, but good to have if we are doing that. Maybe we should do some American Airlines ops. One thing this doesn't have is this oxygen mask thing, but not the biggest problem. Let's see, EGT is rising, so that's good. Let's do our auto brakes already, just so we don't forget to do that. Let's also ask Pack X to hurry up.
We're ready up here if we can finish the boarding process a bit sooner.
We'll see what we can do. No promises.
And then I'll ask for pushback clearance as well. Condor 4003, ready for pushback.
Pushback approved Condor 4003.
And let's see, I think we now have the APUs available. Yeah, it's running. We can turn off the external. Oh no, now God damn it. Change direction, nose left, tail right. Yes, that's the one we want. And let's have a look quickly at what's the Pack X status. Oh.
We're on your time now.
Yeah, I think they just got done when I was doing that. Can I also move these no triggerable objects? God damn it, I knew I would actually have moved the jetway before.
Oscar, yes. Our flight time will be roughly 2 hours. Now that the cabin door is closed, please make sure that all devices are in airplane mode and your large devices are now shut down and stowed. Please
Let's
fasten
just
your seatbelt
interrupt
and
the
make sure that all
pushback quickly.
tables,
I'll just
seats, and
move
seat
the
backs are in the
operator
full upright and locked
jetways.
position for departure.
So we
Cabin
get
crew,
those
prepare
out
for
of the way.
departure across
And now
the
I'll ask
standby
prepare for
straps and standby
pushback.
for all calls.
Okay, I think we are otherwise ready. The way I just wanna check this is making sure we have these ref speeds. I think this will be a bit lower because we'll taxi for a bit. don't have any performance calculators, so I'm just gonna use this kind of automatic one. We can activate our flight plan. Yeah, now we have it here. You can't scroll out there by yourself, so you'll have to do it here. I'm just gonna put on that and the weather radar. Oh, we should wait maybe with the weather radar, to be honest. Let's have a look. Flight plan looks reasonable-ish. A bit of an odd one here around RTT. Is that a holding pattern? I don't think we are. Or maybe that's a holding pattern for after, for the, yeah, for the missed approach actually. So that's fine. Okay, he's locking gear. The 777 got away before us. That's unfortunate. We're a bit slow. The door closed by itself, so that's nice. Or I'd never open it actually. That could be the case, to be honest. Okay. We are releasing parking brakes so we can get going. Okay, start at will. The weather radar should be on. Now we are being pushed back. Look at that, leaving Munich. Okay, what we'll do is we'll start engine, or right engine numero 2. And it is spooling up, albeit a bit slow.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the screen to an important safety demonstration. Thank you for flying with us.
There we go. It's rising. So that engine is being started. Beautiful engines. Really nice.
Hello there. We're delighted to welcome you aboard this
I think this is the Pratt & Whitney. Let me just have a quick look. Yeah, it's the Pratt & Whitney base pack. I only have the base pack and the cargo pack, but I'm gonna buy at some point the Rolls-Royce ones, as well as the 300 one. Okay, it's still looking good. Let's just have a look on the outside, looking nice. Do we have a beacon light? Maybe not a specific one.
Be careful when opening overhead lockers, as contents may fall out.
And you can see this is looking good, IRS.
Push the two sections of the belt together and pull the belt tight.
Engine stabilized. Starting left engine.
As turbulence can occur unexpectedly, seatbelts
That one seems to have bugged out a bit. I'm just gonna put it back to legs page.
If seatbelt signs are eliminated, please
There we can see the 777, beautiful aircraft. A big one as well. Okay, that one is looking good. Let's cut or give the fuel control for it to run instead of cut off. Let me see, we should put this one as well to the right altimeter. Let's set parking brake. Let's have a look if the panel lights work. And they should do. I'm just wondering if it's during the day. There might be some issues in that regard, or maybe it's up here. Oh, that's the panel one, right? Yeah, it could be that this one doesn't have the update the 767 has. Okay, and they are looking good, both engines. I'm just gonna tell them that we have a good engine start. And I'll ask for taxi clearance so we don't forget. Let's put this to on as well. Condor 4003, ready to taxi. Okay, 26 right. Looking good still. Oh, a lot of errors. What is it? The hydraulics aren't on? Oh yeah, I forgot to totally put these on. These should have been on, all of them actually. That was a mistake from my end. You can put those, the packs on. Now we only have the auto throttle disconnect. We can arm that.
plastic bands on both sides.
Let's see if we
Put on
can
your own mask before helping others. A
da,
controlled
da,
descent will
da.
take place to a lower
Reset.
altitude where oxygen masks are no longer required. Your life vest is located under your seat or beneath your central armrest. If instructed, remove the life vest from the pouch and place it over your
Maybe
head.
like this, right? There we
Fasten
go.
the strap around your waist
Okay,
and fasten
GSX
the
seems to be
buckles.
done with us. They wanna
To tighten,
move
pull on
forward.
the straps. Do not inflate your life vest inside the aircraft.
What I'll do is I'll
When
shut
leaving the
these
aircraft,
APU
inflate the vest by pulling sharply downwards on the red
because we have the
toggles.
engine started now.
If
So we're
necessary,
getting
the
the
vest can be
bleeder
inflated
from
or
there.
topped up by blowing into the
We'll
mouthpieces.
release the parking brake.
To attract
Have a look,
attention,
it's
a
looking
light
good.
is provided which automatically illuminates
We
on
got the
contact
taxi
with water.
clearance, so let's just
If directed by the
put the
crew to
seatbelt
adopt the brace
signs
position,
on. I
make sure
probably
your
forgot
seatbelt is
about that.
securely fastened low on your hips.
And the
Ensure your
seatbelt
feet are
sign
firmly
is
on the floor, slightly
here.
apart. Depending on where you are
You
sitting,
do have some
you should
call
either
outs here
lean
if you want to
forward,
use
placing
them,
your
but
hands against the seat back in front of
it
you,
will suffice with
rest your
TACX for
forehead on
me.
your hands, or place your
Okay,
head on
let's
your
start
knees and
taxiing
grasp
as
the back
well.
of your thighs. Take a moment prior to takeoff to study the additional information on the safety card
Okay,
located in
let's
your
not
seat
push
pocket.
too much.
We are almost ready to depart. Please ensure that your seatbelt is tightly fastened, your seat and headrest is in the upright position.
Okay, looking
the
good.
armrests
Maybe a
are
bit
down,
too much
your
speed.
tray table is folded away, your footrest is retracted, and your window blind is in.
But looking
Controls
good.
must also be steady
Light
this
seems to be
time.
working as well. The
Thank
taxiing
you
is
for your
always a bit of a
Please sit back, relax, and enjoy this flight
hassle with the
Condor.
Captain Sim aircrafts. These bigger ones. Oh, sorry, bus. We are. They stopped,
We're
right?
prepared for takeoff.
Nothing happened. I hate when they do that. Some airport makers have kind of scripted that so they do stop and don't drive into, but some haven't. Unfortunately. Okay, let's continue our taxiing here. As you can see, really nice airport. Huge airport as well, Munich. That's what I remember. I remember this one and Frankfurt, those are like the big ones in Europe. Let's put on the clock. And now we can put on, I think, the weather radar. So now we have VX on. And let's see, what else do we need to do? We can a bit slow down. This one seems a bit fickle to taxi. Does seem to be bouncing also a bit. Let's see. Okay, look at that weather. That doesn't look too good. The weather radar. I'm not sure how good the Captain Sim one is, but it's okay. Better than nothing. We should put flaps 5. We should also set in our trim, which is 445. God, this one does speed up. This is really a Captain Sim kind of taxiing, unfortunately. 445, like that. Like that's the only annoying part about the Captain Sim. Their taxiing was a bit better. I've been thinking about adding maybe some ground friction. I heard that could solve the taxiing issues. You know, you just change a bit in the aircraft config, or is it the air file? But yeah, let's see. Now I'm giving it too little, so it's stopping. Can't get it right, can one? Let's have a look at our task manager. Okay, let's see. Here you can. Oh no, there's no click spot. I think that's in the quality wings. 757, there's a click spot here. Or no, it's the 787, right? Maybe the 757 has the same one, but at least the 787 has that. Okay. So we're continuing our bit of our bouncy taxiing here. going quite fast. But we have a lot of ground to cover. It was good we put in some extra fuel. This is not the shortest taxi route. Should have sufficient amount of... We have 14 now. Hopefully that should be enough. Could be a bit tight though. So let's see, we're not gonna be going that high. Oh, we're taxing way too fast. 45, yeah, that's gonna have an impact on our brakes. And there, I'm just gonna go on the outside. You can see the 777 takeoff, the Emirates one. Need to do more flights with that 777 one. That's a fun airplane to fly, the PMDG one. And it's looking pretty nice, taking off. Wonderful, wonderful. And let's see, we can turn here, I think. Let's see if we get that tower handover. So I haven't flown actually the 757 that much. I prefer the 6767 to be honest, and if I want to do a bit longer haul, I would do the A321 with narrow bodies, to be honest. But it is a nice aircraft. And now we got the tower handoff. Condor 4003, ready for takeoff. Let's put on the lights, anti-collision. You can keep those on.
Cleared for takeoff. 26 right squawking 6422 Condor 4003.
I think we're ready for departure, so that's good to see. Let me just see what else we need to try to figure out where the click spot is for the, but I think maybe it's EPR that you press. Should have checked if AI was landing, but doesn't look like they are. So let's just taxi out from the runway. We got the clearance. Let's zoom in quite a bit on this one so we can manually fly here in the beginning. And let's fix our angle a bit so we see a bit better. Okay, let's check auto brakes, set, trim set, flaps are set, and everything else is looking good. Wonderful. Then I think we shall go. Okay. Setting that takeoff thrust. EPR. That should give us the right amount. We are taking off. It's looking good. 80 knots. Not accelerating that fast though, 100 knots. We should be a lot faster, not that heavy, right? 120 knots. Maybe because I pressed EPR. Well, I think that should be correct. Rotate, so we'll be rotating. Well, wanna avoid a tail strike with this long aircraft. Oh. Okay, looking good. I think the trim is a bit off, so let's trim it up a bit. That's better. Gear coming up. You can see a leaving beautiful Munich behind us. Okay. Landing gears are up. Let's shut the lights. Let's do VNav. We can already, I think, actually go with the autopilot on. Let that control it. Even though it's a fun plane to manually fly and it does seem to work quite well.
On 132.3 Condor 4003.
We can go to flaps 0.
Radar director Condor 4003 climbing to flight level.
As you can see, it flies quite beautifully. So they did a good job with this one. I've been thinking though about buying the quality wings one as well, just to kind of have it as a comparison. It's not that expensive, like 15 euros. And it does have some things, I think like more modern panels and stuff. So it would be fun to compare. Oh, LNAV. Damn it. That's the problem I had.
160 Condor 4003.
LNAV I should have fixed. Let's see if this one can repair my mistake. And with it wants to go to DM050. That makes sense. Yes, that was a bit of a mistake. I think Germany by orbit looks pretty good, apart from some of these building parts where it's immediately shown that it's just enhanced land class. So basically the best thing you can do with land class. To be honest, that's what people should have done like the enhanced land class in the base game. Maybe with something new for cities, like in a way this kind of non-fluid look. But I guess this is the best you can do with land class, to be honest. We got higher clearance, flight of 140. Let's put that in.
Heading 160 Condor 4003.
Let's see if I can get this to... There we go. To continue climbing. Okay, so we have about 30 minutes left. We're soon at 10,000 feet, so let's put this to standard.
Navigation Condor 4003.
210 knots.
4003.
There's no restriction on that according to Prepar3d. Interesting. And I do think this one is flying according to the VNav, so far so good. The climb VNav is working really well. Let's shut the landing lights because we're above 10,000 feet.
Turn off larger portable electronic devices. This is also a reminder
Like
to
that.
keep your seatbelt fastened throughout the duration of the flight. Not
And let's just jump quickly outside, have a look at the plane. The clouds are looking pretty good. It's the Rex Skyforce one. Yeah, beautiful plane. Once that's here, and that's our cruising altitude, so let's just put that in. Let's quickly actually go here to the back and just have a look how it looks. We're just gonna go through the door, so I'm gonna open that. Here's, I guess, business class. Such a tiny long-haul airplane. I mean, a lot of these are used on long-haul between like East Coast US and Western Europe. And look at that. Yeah, they have done quite a good job with this actually. Can you open and close these? Ah, that you can't. Safety on board. Can't open these either, but okay. Minor issues. Not our main concern. And I do hope the VNAV speed will hold. I'm a bit afraid it might mess up. I know the 767 has a tendency to do that, but let's hope it doesn't. So I'm just gonna put it like this for a while. I'm just gonna go get something to drink, some water. I'll be right back to monitor our system, since we're soon gonna have to start descending. Okay, I'm back. Ready to take this over. So let's see, still looking good. Prepar3d. Let's actually do our approach briefing. And we have the charts for that from ChartFox. So what I'll do is I'll just flip these. You can see here the approach we'll be doing. Should be the right one. Yeah, the Zulu one. Our minimums are 2,900, which makes sense because I think the elevation of the airport is 1,907. It's quite low minimums considering the valley we're going to be flying in. The 2,900, and let's see when you insert it here how that actually works. Because you can only do a set amount actually. And we'll keep it at 1,000, then the maximum. And then the speed is being kept quite nicely. That's good to see. Let's put this one, have a look here. So we should be descending very soon actually. I'm gonna put that in. Just so we have that already. And when does it really want to descend? It's after element. It's basically it wants to descend a bit before, but not that much. So it wants us to keep the same 749, and then it'll be quite a deep descent at the end, which I guess makes sense. The speed seems excessive though for element, I'm not gonna lie. I think the speed suggested on this one, oh, it is kind of the same, but that does seem excessive. I'm gonna decrease it a bit, I think. So the element speed like that. then I think I will decrease this one as well, just to give it a better chance of being able to do these turns. Oh, and it's raining. Look at that. I can see the rain effects. I'm not sure about the weather, because I don't trust the weather radar here. But it might not be the best one, actually. And I do feel actually that my RAM is helping my game. I don't have as much stutters as I used to do, so that's cool. Okay, let's see. So we got the descent via Dodge Bravo, cross element elbow flight level 130. That makes sense. Altimeter is 29994. And let's check actually what's our transition. It's probably 12,000 or something. Or is it 13? Where's the TA? I'm gonna move this down so you don't have to see it simultaneously. Should be the transition altitude somewhere along. It's not the best charts. I mean, their fees will take that, but let's maybe just tweak them already so we don't have to worry about that. Destination, light rain 1013. Okay, we can keep this then. That we have. Actually, if we're gonna make that LM turn, I think we will have to do this slower. This is just what I remember from flying previously. This route is that if you do have that speed that it suggests, it's just gonna, yeah, be brutal. Okay, so let's see now. We're now going from to element. And then I guess we'll do a turn. We need to have a terrain radar, so hopefully that one is good. Let's see now. The VNav is doing quite a good job as of now, keeping the speed and keeping the paths. That's very nice to see actually. We won't have any frequency to follow, no ILS. So that is what it is. Anything else that we need to prepare? We can already set this down to drive lower. Let's see, what's the lowest we can go? 2,000. Well, about 2,500, I guess. Just gonna do that so this one starts descending on time if Prepar3d is a bit slow with giving us the descent clearances. Let's have a look at the speeds. Still looking quite good. We have about 20 nautical miles on this path. Then we should be turning. Let me have a look. Sorry, about 40 almost, right? Yeah, to LMM, and then we should make our turn. Okay, let's see. You can see the mountains. This is the only unfortunate thing when you have the 2D clouds, even though they do look pretty good. They kind of cut with the mountain tops. So, actually, if I would be flying here, it might be better to use the volumetric ones. The only problem with using the volumetric ones is that then they'll suddenly change once you're flying in the mountain. I don't like that. This looks amazing. This is gonna be an interesting approach. Let's see if we can even get down to our minimums. And let's hope we don't crash into the mountain. But yeah, look at this. I mean, without that flickering, this would look amazing. And I think the flickering is quite good if we compare to the FSX days. Those were awful. But yeah, the Rex Skyforce is doing a good job really utilizing all of the 2D cloud potential. So let's see. The cockpit really looks beautiful when you get the sun and the shadows interacting. Then it is really there with the best actually made for P3D version 5. We should soon reach our top of descent. It's around here at by 1 according to what's it called, according to Prepar3d. Top of descent is a bit later on this one. Not sure why, to be honest. Let's see if that does look very late actually. What's the logic? I mean, we won't be. Actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use the top of descent from. I'm just gonna put in vertical here actually, and then get us to descend. Well, let's wait a bit before I do that. And this is actually one of the most difficult approaches you can do, I think, in Europe. It's a dangerous one as well. You have all these mountains, right? So there's no margin of error, so to speak. Let me see what else we have. The cruise one on. So that's kind of automatic. I guess you can press here as well to just with the what's it called, the thrust management panel, but we'll just keep it automated. And let's see. And now we are almost at our top of descent. Let's see, it's a bit clearer there, but we're gonna be basically flying down here, right? I think basically this is the valley we'll be flying down, and then to land here, where Innsbruck is. So we do have a bit of a challenge. And let's actually have a look if if we can even do this. Oh, few at 600 feet, broken at 900 feet. This could be dangerous. And possibly not even possible to do. If we can't land here. I know we were talking about an alternate in Linz, but I'm thinking it might be better just to go back to Munich. Actually, it's closer and the weather was good there. Okay, let's see. We are now reached our top of descent according to. So I'm just gonna start descending. I'll put this down to 140. Oh. What happened? Why did it pause? Do we have top of descent pause on? Let me just have a look. Options, memory, options. Pause on top of descent off. Yeah, okay, that's why. God, I almost thought we crashed there. I was like, no. Maybe I screwed something up with the RAM. Okay, let's go back to the legs page and then actually to init reference, because we need to do this. Yeah, 30 flap, speed 128. Is there an ILS? Maybe it's an ILS the opposite. Right, I think runway is at 26. That's a localizer, right? Okay. Could of course be good to use as a secondary kind of support. But let's not
We have begun our final descent
hassle
to
too much with
Austria.
that.
Flight attendants will be passing through the cabin to select every crash one final time. Please ensure tray tables are stowed and seats are in a full upright position. Please also store any carry-on items either in the seat
Let's
back pocket or
decrease
under
our
the seat
range.
front.
There we go. The only risk with the lower speeds, actually now that I'm thinking of it, is that if we're going with a slower speed, there is some mountain tops just at the start, so that could be problematic actually. So let's think a bit how we pull this one off. I think it was 268 that we should have. So I'm gonna put that back in. I think on both of these actually, just to make sure that we do have do this approach actually correctly. I think it was a bit higher actually on the first one, like 280, but let's not push our luck. We can actually now go back to VNav and let's see what it will do. Okay, so it's kind of holding our altitude. You can see these mountain tops here. So we're hopefully gonna do a bit of a left-hand turn down here ish. Let's put on our landing lights. Terrain map mode is activated, though I can't really see anything yet, so we might still be a bit above the mountain tops. We are. Okay, FMC message, drag required. That's fine, let's add drag. I think we need to add more drag than this. Now let's see, now we're doing the left turn. We are going to M1749. Now this will be interesting to see how this one goes. So it's still holding the altitude, which is good. We got the RNAV approach cleared.
Cleared for RNAV approach runway 08
Thus far this has been pretty good.
100
So some credit to the 757 as well by Captain Sim. Look at that cloud though, that looks hilarious. I guess it's not totally unrealistic though that they would look a bit odd. I actually like that they look different. And here you can see kind of the haze, or what we're gonna call it, a bit of fog layer. Okay, let's see, we are turning, but we are turning so far out the... Like, what the hell is the... Because the problem I see now, it's gonna come back, then it's not gonna be able to turn properly. We should have pushed down the speed even further. So let's see. I'm hoping it comes in a bit like smoothly. Then this shouldn't be a problem, because we're just above another valley here, or I guess the same valley, kind of adjacent to the one we're going, but you can see that we are a bit off. Let's see, we're gonna keep the speed brakes full because they want us to have the drag. Because we need to descend a crazy amount. It will likely rain, so let's pay attention. There is some mountain ahead of us. Does it want us to die?
4003.
I hope not.
2500.
Yeah.
Think rate. Think rate.
Hopefully we'll turn to the right soon.
Think rate.
Yeah, I can see. This is why you want to be following that line. I'm pretty sure we'll... Oh god. We should now be over that hill. Thank God for Prepar3d, that would have scared the shit out of me otherwise. Let's actually do flaps 1, I think we can do that. To give us some drag. Flaps 5 should also be possible, right? Okay, FMC, we need more drag. Drag required, yeah, I know. Can you drop the landing gears already? Would that be too soon? Or would that just be a good addition? Let's add the runway turn of lights. Look at this terrain radar. Not really helping. Should have warned us about the front. But oh well. It is what it is. Let's do flaps 10. I think actually we can arm the speed brakes now and do flaps 20 even. Then I'm gonna do auto brake 4 because it's a really short runway, right? Maybe up max would even be, but let's do 4 for now. Let's keep that in mind. Okay, we're still descending. We can't really see anything though, so this is a bit of a dangerous, but we can see a bit when we lean forward. Or now that it's opening up a bit. Now we can see that we're in a valley right now. It's showing. I guess this terrain radar is really simple, probably just showing like at our level. So that's why we didn't see anything earlier. Captain Sim taking some shortcuts. Still looking good though, it's tracking nicely, so I do like the VNav apart from that approach. Okay, now we're losing again our visibility, so that's not good. We still have a bit to go to our minimums. I am gonna drop our landing gear now though. And go to flaps 25. Yeah, the gear is coming down. There we go. Bit of loading with the airport coming in. The lights are on, that's good. Okay, and let's see.
2500.
Oh, I think we should actually put on approach, right? Oh no, because that's that might not work as. Okay, let's see, now we're dropping like a stone. So I'm gonna just arrest that descent, that didn't seem correct. I think it's doing correctly based on how it's set up. But it's not. We're also gonna disconnect the auto throttle. There we go. We need to stop this one. Let's stay on. Caution terrain. Soon at our minimums. So let's see now. We need to add a bit of thrust. We're soon gonna be reaching our stalling speed. We're a bit too low. I really wanted to dive in there. basically would want to keep quite a bit higher. We want to be at around 2000 at the next point, right? So not just yet. But look at this weather, it's not looking good. I'm gonna actually put on a bit faster Viper speed. So I think the VNAV did a good job, apart from this end part where it just kind of dropped like a stone. I don't know why it then wanted to. Been following quite nicely up until that point. But here it just wanted to like dive and drive kind of approach. Okay, let's let's pull a bit on the thrusts. And I'm actually now gonna remove the terrain radar just so I can see a bit clearer there as well. Make sure and follow the flight director. Okay, so we should soon be turning in to the left. Okay, let's see. We can once again cut a bit of the thrusts. Quite a bit actually. Let's turn in here.
1,000.
Basically we should see the airport there, which we can, so airport in sight. That's good. We don't have to worry about the minimums. At least that's not our biggest concern anymore. Now we just need to kind of slam it down. This is not the airport you want to float on, unfortunately. So a stabilized approach will be key here to succeeding, and of course keeping quite a low approach speed. Okay, it's looking good. We're a bit to the left of it though.
Clear to land runway 08 Condor 4003.
But the poppies are looking good. We should have turned a bit later. So that was actually me looking too much at the poppies. Okay, let's see. We got the landing clearance, even though I didn't say that we were established on final. Or maybe we didn't need to do that. Okay, let's see. Still looking quite good. We're a bit low on the thrusts. So let's just make sure we're not reaching our stalling speeds. Still looking pretty good. Still looking okay. Let's just hope these poppies aren't lying. They do sometimes have a tendency of doing that.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
There we go. Oh. Oh, I didn't arm the speed brakes, I think. Oh, the outer brake was disarmed, that was the issue. Jesus. Okay, let's manually brake this one. Not my best landing, but you know, we walked away from it, so that's important. That's sufficiently good for me with the Innsbruck approach. And we were able to kind of
Gentlemen,
immediately...
welcome to Austria. The local time is
Yeah, welcome to
11:19
Austria, people.
a.m. and it's currently about 10 degrees Celsius. You can now use your mobile devices.
Okay, let's
Please
turn
remain
in here.
seated until the
Look
aircraft
at
is
this
come to
weather
a
though.
stop and the seatbelt sign is turned
This
off.
was a crazy
Remember to use
approach.
caution when opening the overhead bins, as items may have been shifted during
I think I
the
have too many static
Thank you for
aircrafts
flying
though,
with us.
so it might be a bit hard to find a place. Condor 4003, ready to taxi. Let's shut the landing lights. No gate available. Well, that's thank you. That's not gonna help us. Those should be off. I'm just gonna shut pilot to 80s. Ah, we can just keep it open just to hear the background sound. But look at this really beautiful scenery. This is how most scenery should look. It's amazing. This is really good job. I'm not sure who did this in Gaia or, I mean, Orbix usually don't I guess do it themselves, they have someone else, or maybe they do some airports themselves. Let's see, can we park at that one maybe? There we have another 757, one by Thompson, so 2. But now I'm wondering which one is that. That's 8. Gate 8. No, follow me requested. No, that was not gate 8, maybe 6. Or 9, let's see, no. There we go. So now we know which one we can turn into. Hopefully we have enough clearance here. Yeah, brutal weather. Okay, let's see. Hey, looking quite good. There's no guy telling us when to stop, so I'm just gonna stop myself here. I'll put the parking brakes on. We did forget to put the APU on, so we're gonna have to wait a little bit. But yeah, that was good. Let's put on the flight directors. We don't need the TCAS anymore either. I mean, look at it. Absolutely stunning airport. Flughafen Innsbruck. Here's some Finnair, some Austrian. That's actually not a static one. And look at this Fokker. Marvelous. Always sad to see that, since we don't have that in P3D, but at least there's one in Microsoft Flight Sim, so that's great. And now that one is running as well, so let's shut the engine. Shutting right engine. Let's see, we should put on these, so we have the APU bleed. And then shutting left engine. So shutting these nice. There's no ins. Oh, there's the guy. Well, okay, that didn't help us too much. Here's some viewpoints. Some guy reading the newspaper. Look at those wipers working overtime. Not the easiest. Then let's shut Prepar3d and then go to pack X. We should open the door, and I should say seatbelt signs off. We get the deboarding and flight 275. Not the best, but not the worst, I would say. We can shut that front door. What I will do, I'll just put on the lights because that will look better for the replay, I think. So let's do the replay. I think 350 might be sufficient this time. So here we are. So some things to note. Beautiful scenery, of course, but we are to the left. We should basically have been going. It was me who got too eager. I thought that this hill was this hill for some reason. And here we're coming. We are able to remedy our issue. I mean, we do have a nice visual of the runway, so not that bad. Look at this train there, or the tram. Beautiful. Then here we're coming down quite nicely, flaps fully extended. Let's see, my guess is we run with one, we touch down with one of the wheels first. But let's see how it goes. I'm gonna remove that bar at the top as well. Maybe best to do it from the side. From this angle might be the best actually. Okay, let's see. Ooh, yeah, a bit before the actual touchdown, but okay. But that was okay. We kind of stabilized it quickly. We're not perfectly on center, but almost. Then the other brakes kind of stopped working, and then we had to do manual braking. Can you see some of these? I don't think I got the thrust reversers activated actually, now that I think of it. But okay, luckily I think the rest was sufficient. Could be that we just didn't see the thrust reversers, of course. But yeah, that was our flight. hopefully you guys enjoyed it. A bit of a shorter one this time, but I thought it would just be a cool approach to do and try the Captain Sim. Usually, you know, the small bugs does make it more intense. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this, and if you have any questions or comments, you know, leave a comment or send a private message. And yeah, if not, I wish you I wish you anyway a good rest of the day. Goodbye.